It's your boy Freddie Cosmos, man. Just wanted to have a little talk with y'all today. I hope you're conquering your universe today. I hope you're in alliance, in alignment, I like to say. Not alliance, but in alignment. Hope everything's balanced. I hope everybody's in a prosperous state of mind and a prosperous vibration. And if not, we're here to help you get on track and lighten up the mood and give perspective. So today I want to touch up on FOMO, the fear of missing out, and how it affects the way that we do things and just our natural state of being. So the reason why I wanted to touch up on that is because I noticed, even in my life, the perspective of missing out affected me in a way that I never thought it would, right? You're probably like, what are you saying? And I'm like, listen, even when it comes to, there's so many different channels we could tap into, right? But I'm gonna use this for example. When I used to work at the Go Bistro, this is a couple of years. I say this is good. It's good, like 5-6 years ago. This is basically, I was working for a restaurant. I was a busser, right? And this was around the time when I used to be in a music group, and I used to be, hanging out with a lot of friends, doing what young people do who make music, just trying to be on the scene, be a part of certain things, see certain people, events, just hanging out in general. It doesn't even have to be anything that deep, but I always had this fear of missing out because I would prioritize things I needed to do for myself as a being, for my own character progression, whether that be something like working, making sure, I got money in my pockets, I'm disciplined, I have a motive and a determination to know what it is to take care of myself, or to take care of things I need to prioritize for, bills, just getting it together, getting in alignment as a young man, coming up. So I'd be on social media a lot and I'd see like, oh, these are what my closest friends are doing, or they're having such a good time. Look at all the things I'm missing out on because I'm working a job, just over broke, right? I'm working a job. So in my lenses at the time, I'm thinking like, okay, I'm working and I'm getting paid. I have the basic understandings of discipline from a standpoint of, always being a working man, like working for yourself, do this, anything you want, you have to go and get it, right? But at the same time, I was conflicted because I'm just looking through a lenses of perception. I'm seeing on a temporary moment on social media, I'm seeing, man, they look like they're having a good time. Man, oh, this person did this, or the ideal of how things look, and I'm comparing myself in a sense of, look at me working a job. I'm working a job, and my peers are having the time of their life. They're doing what they want to do. They don't have any real responsibilities or anything. It wasn't even about the responsibilities. It's just the ideal that I felt like I was missing out because I was taking time out of my process, right, to see what other people were doing. And that's kind of like a follower mentality, It's a follower mentality because even though at the time I wasn't looking at it like that, I was ready to compromise on my process and prioritizing on things that I enjoyed, which working I enjoyed, but since I had time on a break or certain things, I'm looking at social media, I'm seeing what everybody else is doing. Oh, this person got this going on. This person's working on their brand. This person's working on this, right? So in my mind, I started creating an ideal subconsciously, like, look at me working a job, not doing anything, right? I'm not doing nothing. I'm just out here working. And then I'm too tired to go and expand upon what I felt like I missed out on. So I'm already in my own head about what I felt like I missed out on. And then I'm comparing the ideal of what litness is, or what excitement and having fun and being in a careless, free spirited state of being, just whether it's hanging around friends, whether it's doing things on my own time, I'm comparing me prioritizing something good and downplaying it for the temporary ideal I seen through just a temporary lenses that was basically meant for me to see for validation. Like, and then I go and I hang out, or I go and do something related to what I seen, or the ideal that I created in my mind. Like, this is what lit is. This is what having a good time is. This is what, I'm supposed to be doing as a person. And your process is your process. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't minimize your process. Whatever you're doing, the things that you think that are dull, boring, or tedious, that's a part of your process. And the more you practice on it, the more that you have joy or just tranquility about your storyline and you being the main character in your storyline, you start to let go of the idea of the fear of missing out, because you get rid of the illusion. Like, you only could be in one place at one time, right? So why are you putting yourself in a state of mind where now you're compromising and projecting the ideal of what you're doing isn't good enough, right? So, that's just one example of the fear of missing out. I'm going to have more examples in other videos, but this is a topic I really wanted to touch up on, because I feel like the fear of missing out is kind of like what puts a lot of us as people in a tough spot in our life, because we're constantly being gaslighted on ideals, and you're receiving so much information. So if you look at everything from perspective, like, you're not loving yours, like what J. Cole say, love yours. If you're looking at it from perspective, like, you see everybody else, whatever they're doing, and you feel like you got to be there to be seen or to be validated that your life is super joyful, or is super exciting, is super like animated, then you have lost in the mind battle, because now you don't have a grounded mind to be like, hey, you know what, I'm just viewing, I'm just a viewer, I'm just a watcher, not a watcher in a state where you're a monitoring spirit, but more in a sense like, hey, I'm just viewing. I came on social media, or I'm checking out what's going on the outside when I'm not working on me. So you have to kind of like accept what you see and not think too deep about it, and don't compare it in a sense where you feel like you're missing out. Just keep it G. But that's my message for the day. You guys have any thoughts or comments or anything that you want to converse about or give perspective about, feel free to drop it in the comments. If you like this video, subscribe, or if you have any other ideal topics that you want me to talk about, I'd be more than glad to. But I appreciate you guys tuning into this video today. If you're here today to listen, I hope it raised your vibration and gave you some perspective. But I'm about to be out of here. I appreciate you guys tapping in. Blessings. Conquer your universe.